Hey y'all, welcome to Horrible Gaming. My name is Nora, and on today's video we are progressing the vintage Castlecore island. So many of y'all on my Instagram account and on the last video of this island requested me to continue working on it, and this was obviously just a trial to see if I was inspired to do the theme, so I figured why not. I don't really have anything else in mind to work on right now, so we'll continue it and see how it goes. As many of y'all know, if you're one of my regular followers, I really enjoy doing tropical kind of themes, but obviously I'm not quite ready to go back into that season quite yet, but I am itching to do something kind of beachy, so I felt like a vintage coastal kind of town would be a really fun theme to do, and it's just a little bit different from what you normally see me create. I really want this island to have a ton of harbor inspiration and also just different ideas and how you can use the castle items for shops. I also would really love the island to use some natural landscape too. I've been really itching to terraform, but I'm not dedicated at all right now to do a full-on natural, so I'm really hoping that this island can also use some of that too. Let me know some other ideas you hope to see on this island theme. Themes like this are just really out of my comfort zone, so I don't really know too much on them, but the feedback always does help, and I'm always checking my comment section. As always, every code that I use on these type of videos will be found in the video's description, as well as any creators I take inspiration from too. With that being said, let's go ahead and talk about what today's video is going to consist of. We're going to heavily focus on decorating some villager areas and just working on a transitional spot from the entry, just to kind of like prep out the island theme a little bit more. As many of y'all know, I wing my builds with no plan or idea on how builds are going to turn out, so that's kind of just like my general plan I think for today. I would love to get some villager homes placed early just to make sure I have enough room for some big builds that I have planned on this island theme. I'm also going to try to do a small cafe build, as I think it would be the perfect little introduction that I want to have a lot of shops and little cafes on this island theme, so that's also another build that I'm really hoping to do as well. Anyways, I hope today's video brings you a ton of inspiration for your Animal Crossing island. I normally don't document too often me working on transitional ideas and just like general island decorating, but so many of you have been loving this type of content lately and asking for more content just like it. So I figured what was the harm in just, recording kind of how my build process goes and kind of how I just work on transitional spots and fill these really awkward areas in. So as we work on today's video, I just want to quickly say thank you so much for 35k subs on YouTube. That is insane to me. My channel is now roughly a little over a year and a half old, so all the support has truly meant the world to me. I also wanted to give y'all kind of just like a quick content update, just kind of like what I'm thinking content-wise, what I'm planning for this upcoming year. I definitely want to get more dedicated in streaming. I actually talked about this a little bit on my last video, but I'm definitely going to be returning to streaming soon. I'm actually hoping to stream in the next couple of days. It's been a really hard last couple of weeks for me just because like the holidays are super crazy, and of course I struggle with mental health, and it's just really hard to sometimes get up and do things on certain days. There's just days where I just can't get the motivation to do basically anything, and I'm hoping to try to start like overcoming that more. I honestly feel my best when I live stream, and I really miss live streaming so much. I just miss hanging out with y'all and playing different games, so I am definitely going to be dedicating myself to streaming more often this upcoming year. Anyways, I think the last thing I want to address while we continue today's video is what am I going to do about Animal Crossing content. So many of you always are commenting, please don't stop Animal Crossing content, especially when I'm doing like new content and stuff. And I just want to let you Animal Crossing followers know this content is never going to leave my channel. I will definitely be playing Animal Crossing New Horizons until the next game, so rest assured that this content is not going anywhere even when I'm bringing new content into the channel. I'm actually hoping this upcoming year to finally start 2 different forever islands, and I had a lot of thought into this on what I wanted those islands to be, and I'm going to be doing a tropical theme and a cherry blossom Japanese theme. So those are going to be my 2 forever islands, and I'm actually planning to do Happy Home Paradise on all of them. So I'm very excited to have 2 islands around my 2 absolute favorite themes that I get to keep forever and just like rebuild on constantly. I think I haven't had a personal island since 2020. So I'm really looking forward to this. But I will still do builds like you're seeing on today's video with dream addresses on the side of it. I just really wanted to have at least 2 different islands that I could keep forever and collect, you know, villager photos on, all that good stuff. And I'm definitely planning to live stream those islands too, and of course update their dream addresses every time we finish a layout on them. Alright, so now that I finished the transitional spot by that second villager home, I'm prepping this location over here to be kind of like a small little bakery styled cafe, and I think this would be a really cute build just to add at the end of this street. I originally was actually going to do a highway starting here, but I decided against it because I really want the entry to be very cluttered and have a lot of cozy walkways and cafe areas. So I thought that this would be a really fun build to create here for that reason. I have no idea what I'm doing behind it quite yet and how I'm transitioning on the side, but you will definitely see more of that on the next video. I am going to try to progress some of this off camera, but just know that a lot of these questions will be answered for sure on my next speed build. So now that I finished the final decorations to make this cafe as welcoming as possible, we are going to start kind of thinking about how we want the inside of our cafe to look. This is basically going to be an illusion, as if you could actually see the inside of the cafe. I am definitely going to be doing actually some interactive cafe builds, but I don't want this one to be interactive just because I need to save space for a couple very important builds on this island. But I'm very excited to see how this ends up looking and how we are able to basically make it work. I ended up changing my mind over here with the decor just because I want the counter focus to be inside of the castle gate. So over here I'm just quickly adjusting the decor up a little bit, and then we're going to continue focusing on our cafe entry illusion. I just thought that this build was the absolute perfect spot for the edge of this road, and I just really want a lot of the focus on this island to be different cafes and different little shops. So let me know some really fun shop and cafe ideas you hope to see on this island. So as many of y'all know, I'm a huge fan of the wide display shelf. I feel like it just adds a ton of realism to city core structures. So I'm going to be using that actually as our illusion back wall for our cafe. Next, I'll be taking the castle items. We're just going to be using the castle tower and castle wall. I'm also going to be framing in the store with these items, and then we're going to be doing a second layer of castle wall and castle tower behind the wide display shelves. In the end, I thought that this build ended up turning super realistic and just looked absolutely wonderful for a cafe style build, so I hope that this brought you a ton of inspiration too. Anyways, here's how the build looks from the street. I'm absolutely in love with how this turned out. It turned out a lot better than I was expecting. I think at this empty area to the right side, I might do a really small parking lot. I'm not quite sure, or maybe even extend the sitting area. Let me know what you think would look best in this location. I even did consider maybe doing the extended sitting area with another shop that's kind of like angled differently to really add the illusion that this is a very busy market street. But anyways, that's it for today. I hope that this video brought you a ton of inspiration. With that being said, thank you so much for watching and have a horrible day.